Gon' vote. Everybody gon' vote. Everybody gon' vote. Everybody gon' vote. Comrade! Labor right, them a go down, bang. Them a go down, bang. Them a go down. Is that? Margie, him a God picking. No hope their work if you touch Margie. Margie, him a God picking. No hope their work if you touch Margie. We now vote for Labour. Orange we a come out in now. If you love the PNP, who no step out for Marky G. Jamaica just come along with we. People time come, people time come, people time is up.
Only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna run this town tonight.
Yeah, I said that we are pledge of allegiance.
Who's gonna run this town tonight?
Yeah, I said that we
We gonna run this town.
Make the trumpets play. Make the trumpets play.
Doretta Somerville woke up this morning in excruciating pain. She was struck by a bullet which is now stuck in her shoulder, the same bullet that took the life of her 24-year-old son, Ricardo Small. The incident happened Sunday night allegedly by an off-duty cop who frequents their community. The family told TVJ News that an argument developed between Ricardo and the police officer sometime around 8 o'clock. The squabble then turned physical.
He pull out a gun out of one town. Then box my son in the corner over there, so. Box him down over there. My son get up and box him down back. Box him back. And he got towards my son with the gun, and my son grab hand upon him with the gun. And the two of them are wrestle. And we go over there, and me and she, and we hold the gun. We get the chance to take one gun, I'm not telling him. We could have taken one gun from him. I not do it because he said, nah, using gun, him done. All right, we part them. My son go right on the bench, so go sit down.
Moments later, they say the off-duty cop returned seemingly for round two.
I can't tell us, I see when the man come up with the gun right there. Son, get up. Like, whether I'm all run or what, I don't know. But then call up again and slam in the vehicle also. Go back home and me a hold him. Father did a hold him, the sister come to hold him, see the sister get shot by the hand, so they shot blaze off in hand after my son get shot. They shot.
Who get shot?
They shot. When he shot him, he glazed off my daughter's hand. See her yesterday.
He got through him?
Yes.
Like through your son?
Yes.
And the shot got through your son's body?
And glazed off my daughter's hand and it stuck right in my shoulder. So.
It's unclear why the men were fighting, but it's understood this wasn't their first altercation.
As him drag on, my brother can tell me reach station. The last time when my brother can tell me call a era 2, because the police never come up here to assist me. Never. And I call a era 2 and them tell me say, them all get on to they ask me, what the nearest station to me, I tell them Portmore. They say them all get on to them, era 2 no plain and straight. So no care we go down there and call down there, none never come up here. Every time, we don't have no vehicle.
Jamaica, I'm inviting you to join us tomorrow in Old Harbour Square as we continue our protest for accountability to hold this government to account for corruption. Now you might ask, what does corruption mean to you? When you go to a hospital and there is no bed and you have to sit on a chair, corruption and the wasting of resources causes that. When you go to the bus stop and you have to wait 2 hours for a bus because there's no JUTC bus to take you to school or to work, that is the cost of corruption. When your child goes to school and can't get a meal per day and can't get books, corruption costs you that. So corruption impacts your life every day. We are committed to leading a government of integrity. So join us tomorrow in Old Harbour as we continue our disciplined, peaceful protest demanding accountability from this government.
Hello, Jamaica. This is Mark Golding, President of the People's National Party and Leader of the Opposition. Wednesday morning, 8 a.m., in Old Harbour, we will be renewing our protest against corruption in the country, focusing at this time on the appointment of somebody to run a key law enforcement agency who we feel ought not to be eligible for that position because he has already indicated his position on a key investigation of the Prime Minister's affairs, which the FID is responsible now for dealing with, and somebody who has no law enforcement experience and really ought not to have been hired for such a position. So why does corruption matter? Well, look at the situation with the roads in the country. Look at the situation when you need to go to hospital. How long you have to wait to get a bed if you need to be admitted. The equipment that's not working and you have to go to the private sector to pay a bag of money to get your diagnostic test done. All of these things are as a result of resources being starved from key areas because of graft, thieving basically, and misappropriation of public resources. So Jamaica, it's time to stand up for a better Jamaica. Stand up for a Jamaica where the resources of the country are used for the benefit of the people and are not being sidetracked by bad governance. So this is another opportunity for you to let your voice be heard. Come out and support the demonstration on Wednesday morning, 8 a.m. in Old Harbour. God bless.
Instinctively, that the road we have been on for the last 9 years has not, is not, and will not take us to where we need to go. Jamaicans will take the road that lead to a new era for local government and participatory democracy. Jamaicans will take the road that brings back dignity in public life, a road that leads them to the center of public policy, a road that brings them to their dream home where their children are protected, that takes their relatives off hospital floors and places them in hospital beds. Jamaicans will take the road on. I offer you the People's National Party's milestone. What are those milestones? Better policies and programs, better centered leadership, schools being built and renovated, better salaries and work conditions, improved standard of living, increased access to water, renewable energy, and affordable society. A society that honors talent and innovation are not sidelined but celebrated. A society that cultivates partnership between government and communities. They will listen, Mr. Speaker, as I close. Speaking, the people know they are to use their heads. And they will use their heads highly, wisely. Speaking of the head, we will all head in the field to make the arguments contend.
And there ought to be something by law that should hold anybody accountable for dealing with the Prime Minister in the way in which that woman dealt with the Prime Minister. When was it, yesterday or the day before? There ought to be some penalty that you must face. The people that govern our laws, or the country leaders, must hold to a certain esteem, describe that kind of low-life attitude. My granny used to say a scratch lower than a foul. When you do things like that, you know, deserve, society must ostracize you. You know, if you have no place in our society, because if the leader of the land is standing in front of you and you feel in yourself that you should speak to the leader of the land about water resources that you don't have access to, and whatever it is, road, and you don't have access to good roads, and you're standing up in front of the leader of our land, and you want these things to be addressed, how then should the man extend him hand to you? You have a conversation with him, and then you go hold back your hand and want you fi go away. Them fi lock you up for 6 months for them there's something there. That's just like using indecent language. That is really untowards and disgraceful and despicable, man.
And disrespectful.
People must, yeah. There must be a law. Same way like how Mark Golding no one declare whether I'm a British citizen or not, and cock up in our parliament with him like a cranny nasty self, wet pig self. Eh? And this is the kind of thing that they promote.
Sure.
You
did not listen to Kizzy this morning, because a year late, you know. When Kizzy
no,
said,
I never listen.
Rich Star, who Kizzy said President Donald Trump would want birth certificate, who?
The German chancellor.
Darpino, the German chancellor.
Yeah, she. Angela Merkel.
She gave Donald Trump a birth certificate and grandmother, his mother.
Yeah, yeah.
I remind Donald Trump said his mother
A
was
Germany,
okay.
him all allegiance to Germany.
So,
Okay.
yes, when time talk, I mean, say,
So me ask you one
whoever
question. So we
cover
can do the
color.
same thing too.
And that me I said to now.
So me
We can do the
ask,
same thing
me
too.
ask Rick Star and them when they are England if they can write one letter to Pierre Starmer
Mm-hmm.
to come present Donald Trump theme birth certificate too.
Our parliament who want present the birth certificate to in Jamaica, yeah. Huh?
Exactly,
Good
truly.
morning. All right, well, I'll give Mr. Connecting the that in mind. Good morning, Mr. Dat.
Good
Connect them
morning,
that your way.
connecting.
Morning, everybody. Morning, my family.
Good
Morning,
morning,
Jamaica.
Good
sir.
Morning,
morning.
Morning.
everybody. Well, I hear your pain. Who was talking
Good
now?
morning.
One of the females said Robert really bad. But you know, I'm disappointed and the behavior is very vulgar. But I'm not surprised.
I think that's the plan. Oh, connecting that thought.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by the conduct of this young lady with the Prime Minister. Because when you listen to the comrades at US Park, when you listen to them, when one weighs that now with the posture of the leader of the opposition, Mr. Martin, when you describe MP Montague as the boy Montague, what do you expect his followers to do? When you get and he disrespected a female member of parliament, Eastern St. Thomas, in the form of Dr. Michelle Charles.
I think Bobby a bigger man theme to connecting.
Yeah, man, probably told him.
Yeah.
The boy Montague. Yeah, the MP, now no class.
Connecting, listen, you're connecting. This is the way how them speak to them one another, no respect, no regard for them in the parliament. Everybody should talk to anybody anywhere. There's supposed to be a high level of respect for each other in the parliament. And that is what
I'm
looking for.
His supporters are lining up behind him. What do you expect?
Exactly.
Are you expecting better from them? So I feel bad for Margot, not Prime Minister Wallace. I feel bad for the leadership of the BNP. Her potential member of parliament was right and inviting her to shake the man hand. It's just so a level of classlessness that is indicative of how the PNP has been behaving, particularly since Margot took over the party. Particularly since Margot took over the party.
So true. Connecting. Hold on, the connecting. Well, on the connect, if Mark Bolin take over the party, Mark, no respect, not at all isn't there anymore. Everything just
not name decorum, no decorum, not at all. Pure classlessness in
just throw them to the dog. It's true. It's true.
I'm only disappointed, but I am not surprised of the conduct of his supporters lining up behind him. But when Mark Bolin comes out and say, boy, watch me now. Comrades, no, what can I word that? When you get the word comrades, all of a sudden, comrade on the comrade. What is so easy, you know?
Connecting that word comrade, you see?
Yeah.
You know, I tried typing it into TikTok, and TikTok change it.
Oh, no, go on the false promise. On the things that we are putting back in the office. On the things that we are novice. On the better listen to this. Vote them out cause them not see we when we hungry. Vote them out from Kingston to country. Vote them out cause when they win them a go dump way. We have to tell them promptly people just vote them out cause them not see we when we hungry. Vote them out from Kingston to country. Vote them out, we have to tell them promptly. Cause when they win them a go dump way. Market G, you know you the people them really want to see a great leader who will talk to we. Put on the boat and go, they go walk to we. Yes, go march to we. Because we have some guy with them on a intention, leading the country in the wrong direction. That's why we come to make we own a selection. This we are gonna do when in call the election. Vote them out, cause them no see we when we hungry. Vote them out from Kingston to country. Vote them out, cause when they win them a go down pray. So we a tell them promptly people just vote them out, cause them no see we when we hungry. Vote them out from Kingston to country. Vote them out, cause when they win them a go down pray. We have to tell them